Hi everyone, welcome back to Dramatic Budgets. If this is your first time here, then my name's Lisa and I'm on a debt-free and hopefully savings journey to get rid of what started out as just under £11,000 worth of debt. If you have been with me before, then thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another video. So guys, it is Sunday. I am gonna do, I've just filmed my Wedding Wednesday late, which I'm gonna get out for you tonight. But I wanted to do my budget with me first before I sort of do my usual weekly videos, because I haven't had a chance to do that. I am going to first of all have a quick flick through my binders and just see if there's anything that needs condensing to put into the bank, and we can sort all that out. It'll save me having to go to the bank or anything tomorrow. So let's have a quick look and then we will do the budget with me, which is great. So let's have a look in these. So we're just going to see whether there's anything that is sort of £100, ideally in notes, and then we'll pop that in the bank. Sorry about that, guys. My mum rung. Oh, and my flash has gone on, so maybe you'll be able to see. So we got to Spar Fund and we have got 20, 40, 60, 80, £100 in there. So we will, I'll just see if I can rub off. I've been condensing the 52 weeks one down, so I've got a piece of cotton wool already, but it's dried off, so there we go, we'll pop that there. So we want £100 in here, so that's great stuff. So that is for my Spar Fund, which we are going to try and use when we're away in January, so that'll be great to have. So that's £100 in there. So car maintenance, there's a lot of coinage in here, but yeah, not much anything else, so that's fine. Holidays, so definitely enough in here. So there is well, I'll talk you through it in my check-in, but I have actually put some more money into my holiday fund, because if you guys remember, in July, we were supposed to be going to the Yorkshire Dales Food and Drink Festival, which got cancelled just before. My mum got the money back for it, but she was told to hold on to it for 45 days, I think it was, to ensure that they didn't need it back, you know, if they decided again to take it back, which they haven't. So she gave me that money and I put that into my holiday fund. So I have added to it off camera. So in holidays we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 220. So I'm going to take all of it, yeah, because there's nothing I can do with the 20s anyway. So holiday is 220, so we need to add, so that will be 715, 220 plus 715. Wow, guys, we are nearly at the £1,000 mark, which is great stuff, because the India holiday is due to be paid in October, I think I've got it written down here. Yeah, it's due to be paid in October, which is 1,400 is what it is. So obviously we'll have September's and October's, so we might have to do a little bit of jigging beforehand before I get paid, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, so 935 in the is going to be in there, and then I've got £2 in there as well, so that's great stuff. So that's that one. Then car insurance, no, it's not got very much in. It's that one. Then we'll do Christmas. So we've got 20 in there, 20, 40, 60, 80. So we'll have, so we've got, because that's complete anyway, so we can add it together. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80. There is £100 there for Christmas. There we go. So we'll pop this into our little completed one at the front. There we go. And then, yeah, I'll just pop a little thing in that says £80, just so that we remember how much we did have in there. So pop 80 in there, just because so that I remember along with those, but obviously we'll add it to here. So an extra 100, that's 815 that will be in the bank. 815, and then we've got a bit in there. So yeah, we're not doing too badly with that one either. My goal for this Christmas is £1,000 if you haven't been watching. So I'll pop that in there, so we've got that spare. So yeah, so we're not doing too, we're completely on track for Christmas. I'll obviously go through some of this again when I do my check-in, but you know, it's all great stuff. And then I don't think I've got much in here, but we'll have a little look through. Most of these day-to-day ones are yeah, we've only got very little in the day-to-day ones, but you know, we kind of use that from Winning Wednesdays. So the 52 weeks, have we got enough to, I don't think we have. 20, 40, no, there's only 50 in there. In notes, heads and tails. Oh, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. Great stuff. So I will leave 20 in, no, do you know what? Because I can't do anything with a 20 anyway. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 120 into heads and tails. So that is fab. And we'll just 120 in the bank. So that's fab. So let's see if we've got much in here. 20, 40, 60, 80. No, we'll leave that in for another month. That only saves 100 anyway. That's only got 40. That's not got enough in either. No, that's only £100. That's only £100. 240, 60, 80. No, there's not quite in there. So 5, 10, 15, 20. No, that's only got 100 in as well. So that is that. And then I will just have a quick double check of my Winning Wednesdays, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing to condense at the minute with this either. It's that's only 50. Most of the challenges in here are less than 100. So I think I've already condensed that one down, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, I've already done that one. So that is our condensing. So I'm not doing too bad here. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 540. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 40. Yes. So that is perfect. So what I will do is I will transfer the money into the bank, into each individual sinking fund, and then I will use this for cash stuffing. You know, I might need to get a little bit more out, but it just saves me having to put money in to the bank to get it back out for any kind of cash cash stuffing. So that's great. So we will move on to the budget. So this budget is going to be for September, which starts tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 1st of September, guys. That is the year is running away with us, and it is going to be that C word so soon. I don't know if it's the same around where you are, guys, but obviously there is a lot of autumn and Halloween stuff in the shops. We've even seen some Christmas stuff. But the more annoying thing for me, at least, is we have had fireworks being set off around where I live already. It's only August. My mum, bless her, came home, was looking after the dog for me, nipped him round the back just to let him do his business before bed. Massive firework went off, and poor lad practically dragged her back home because he was so scared. And then another one went off last night when she was saying goodbye to a friend at the front door. Yeah, so it's so unfair. Just not just to animals. I mean, not everybody likes fireworks, but animals especially don't understand what they are, sort of thing. But yeah, we've already had the damn things going off. Now, normally in my area, we usually have them going off for pretty much the entirety of October and the beginning of November. Unfortunately, at the end of my street is the local park, you know, main council park, and they usually have a bonfire and fireworks display every year. There is also, unfortunately, pretty much across from my house, a cricket club, and sometimes they will also have a bonfire and fireworks display. So yeah, we're coming up to that time of year where I'm going to be spending a lot of time with the telly on loud, because to try and drown out the noise. Unfortunately, my house is open plan until you get upstairs, so the only thing that I can really do is shut my both my bedroom doors to try and block out the noise from upstairs, and turn sort of like the TV on and things downstairs a little bit louder than I would normally for the neighbours, just to try and block out the noises. So yeah, it's probably going to get worse once the clocks change. At the minute, I'm able to walk him on a morning because it's nice and light. We are very soon going to get to the point where I am going to be waking up and going to work in the dark and coming home in the dark, in which case my mum tends to take him during the day, around lunchtime she can, which is, if not, we try and take him out just before it gets dark, because once fireworks start, he will not even go into the back garden to do his business. So we try and take him just before it gets dark so that he can at least have been to the toilet, and then we have to just wait until we think everything's eased off to very quickly take him. There's a bush just a few houses down which we have named the pea bush, because certainly in the winter months, in regards to fireworks, that is where he tends to go have a wee, and then he will not go any further. So yeah, so I'm sure you guys are probably, anybody that's got, you know, especially dogs, but also other animals too, are probably in the same boat. But yeah, it's one of the reasons I really don't like the autumn time. I have no problems with the weather getting colder and the leaves turning and even a bit of rain, but it's just, yeah, it's just that period of around bonfire night and before and after. It is just a nightmare. At least at New Year, they only seem to set them off on New Year's Eve, early hours of New Year's Day, you know, so we can kind of cope with that. But this yeah, me and my mum have to sort of coordinate to make sure that one of us is going to be in every evening, so that, or if we both have something planned, my uncle's very good at coming up and sitting with him, and he's partially deaf, so we tend to have the TV on a lot louder anyway, but yeah, it's just, yeah, it just fills me with dread every year, and I always used to like fireworks as a kid, and then I ended up with an animal that's absolutely terrified of them, so it kind of takes the fun out of it. So September, back to the budget. Sorry, I've just blabbed on for a little while. So September's budget is going from the 1st to the 28th of September. It's a nice 4-week month, with payday just towards the end of that last week, so that's great. So as you can see, I've not got an awful lot of stuff planned in this month. So on Friday we are going over to my sister's, because the play is on at her local theatre. She is a co-bar manager for the company, so we usually go over and watch the play and just sort of get a chance to have a bit of food and stuff with her. I think my mum's already paid for the tickets, so I'll need either some show or social money for that, just so that we can have a bit of food beforehand. We are then leaving once the play is done, because we are picking my uncle up from East Midlands Airport, but obviously we need to come back and let the dog out, and then obviously set off. He is not landing till about 1 o'clock in the morning, so yes, it's going to be a bit of a late one that day, so that's fine. My cousin's birthday is on the Saturday. I have already bought the card and put money in. I just need to get the address off my mum, and pop that in the post. So that's not too bad. Then week 2, the only thing that I think I've got on is it is my birthday. I can't believe that it has been a year nearly since my party and my big birthday, but yeah, we're not planning to do very much at all for this year. I think with it being a Saturday, my other half's gonna just take me out for some food and some drinks, but nothing too raucous, and obviously he will pay for the meal and I will just pay for some drinks and stuff, so that's fine. Then week 3 has got my friend's birthday, so that's just a reminder to remind me to contact him and wish him happy birthday. We don't really do cards or anything, and at the end of the week it is my friend from work's birthday, so again it's just a reminder of birthday. I might get a card, but we don't usually do it. Then on the last week we get paid on the Friday, and then I am working that weekend, but we have got tickets, myself, my sister and a few others have got friends to the Busted versus McFly in Leeds, which is fine. We will be getting the train there, depending on what time it's due to finish. Either I'll be getting the train back, or if there's a couple of us, if not, because obviously my sister lives further away, my mum has said that she'll come and pick me up from Leeds, depending on the times and trains and stuff. It's really weird because on a weekend the trains back from Leeds are actually stop earlier than they do during the week. It's very, very weird, and obviously it would be quite expensive for me to get a taxi back on my own, and my mum forgets that I am 40 years old and still would prefer to pick me up on an evening instead of having me get the train home on my own, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. But yeah, as my mum says, I'm forever her baby, and yeah, she'd rather do that. So yeah, we'll work that out closer to the time. But I am working that weekend, so it's not like I'm going to be drinking at all, very much, if at all, because let's be honest, it's arena prices and they are super expensive. Yeah, and I've got to get up the next day, so it won't be going out or anything too late. So that's that. So yeah, not a hugely social month, which is great. I usually have sort of September and kind of most of October. I don't really have much social wise usually, apart from birthday sort of stuff, just because, you know, the weather's starting to get a little bit worse, and, you know, there's not an awful lot going on until sort of like Halloween, bonfire night, and Christmas sort of turns up. So that is the plan for the month. And now we will go through the budget sheets. So we are starting off the month, we think, on a rollover of £2,028.50. Not expecting anything to go in. My salary obviously has already been paid, which I'll go through when I do my check-in, because I have received my back pay. So I need to sort all that out. So we'll sort that out in that video. Then the bills for week 1 we are expecting is the pet health, which is £22, which is obviously for the pooch. My account fee at £19, TV licence at £15, mortgage at £285.47, my union fees at £22.50, car tax at £14.52, council tax at £125, house insurance at £35.89, and my credit card, which obviously is still high because I've used it to pay the vets, at £86.93. So that's a total of £626.31, leaving £1,402.19. Then I'm going to have my usual variables for week 1, so £100 of food, fuel and spends at £20 each, and £5 miscellaneous, which is £175, leaving £1,227.19. Obviously, challenges we don't budget for. There should be £550 going into sinking funds, £5 into the 52 weeks, and £75 to Monzo for the penny challenge that I'm doing on there. So that's £630 in total, leaving £597.19, and the £2 overdraft, which leaves us on £595.19, which does seem quite scary for the end of the first week, but because of the way that my budget goes, I've had a lot of my direct debits go out already, you know, over the weekend, on Friday and over the weekend, and because I have payday is a little bit early at the end of the month, because the month finishes on the 28th. A lot of my direct debits, my monthly ones, will probably not go out until October's budget, so it kind of splits everything, which is it's quite good in a way. So we are having the rollover for week 2 as the £595.19. The only bill due in week 2 is my iPhone, which is £22.25, leaving £572.94. Then there is my usual variables for the other weeks, which is £30 food, fuel and spending at £20, and miscellaneous at £5, which is £75 in total, leaving £497.94. We're going to put £45 into sinking funds. Then there is the £20 winning Wednesdays and £10 into 52 weeks. Obviously, we don't budget for challenges. That's £75 in total, leaving £422.94. The £2 overdraft, leaving us on £420.94 into week 3. So week 3, we have nothing going in, so that's fine. The bills have just got the fridge freezer insurance at £2.99 and the dishwasher insurance at £5, which leaves £7.99, which is £7.99, leaving me with £412.95. The £75 variables, leaving £337.95. Then we're going to put the £45 into sinking funds. 52 weeks is getting £15, and the winning Wednesday is £20, which is £80 in total, leaving £257.95. The £2 overdraft, leaving us at the end of week 3 on £255.95. And then obviously on week 4, we will get our salary in. Now, obviously, I've had my back pay for my salary. The problem is now I don't know what my basic is after tax for me. And what I have to do is basically wait until I have a month where I am not working a weekend in order to have that basic rate. And I'm not sure when the next time that is, if I'm honest. I'll just see if I can get my calendar up on the iPad, because sometimes it syncs and that can give me an idea, just because it hasn't done. Yeah, it's not synced, I don't think. No, let's see whether it will. Yeah, for some reason it syncs everything else, does my calendar. But not that. So yeah, so I'll have to have a look at that and work out when that's going to be. So what I will do going forward is obviously I will still base everything on what my basic salary is at the moment, and then we can just look at it once you know, that extra money is fine. I'd rather under budget, you know, over budget than under budget, sort of thing. So yeah, so that leaves us for week 4 with £2,473.27. Then I have got some bills due to go out. The internet at £31.92, my mobile at £24.64, Kindle at £9.49, utilities at £79.56, car insurance at £42.24, the Netflix at £5.99 and Audible at £8.99. That's £202.83, leaving me on £2,270.44. The £75 worth of variables, leaving £2,195.44. 45 into sinking funds, 20 into winning Wednesdays, 20 into 52 weeks. So that's £85, leaving us on £2,110.44p. And then the last £2 overdraft fee, which is £2,108.44 at the end of September, which is great stuff. Yeah, so really, really happy with that. Like I say, I am going to put my excess from my back pay into my holiday, because that will hopefully help me pay that one off. It has to be paid by October. So if I can get that one done and paid off, I can start looking at my spending money for the holiday. But also I have got a lot of different challenges due to finish at Christmas time, which will hopefully go towards my summer holiday with my other half next year. But I want to get India's kind of sorted if I can. But yeah, that is the budget for September. Yeah, I just can't believe that. Yeah, we can't believe that it's coming around so quickly. I really can't. So yes, so that is the budget sorted for the month ahead. So thank you so much, guys, for listening to me and being here with me. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. There is the comments box down below, and of course there is the notification bell, subscribe button and all that jazz if you are not already part of the Dramatic Budget family. Thank you for all your well wishes for the pooch and your support. I did do an update in my last video, so I will obviously keep you updated as much as I can in regards to how he's doing. Yeah, we're just keeping fingers crossed that this is all it is, and that, you know, he'll start improving a little bit. But he's still his old self. He's had his Sunday night treat. He's ligged out on the sofa while I'm doing this, which is a change. But yes, so thank you so much, guys. I will see you all very, very soon. But till then, please do stay safe and take care. Bye.